It's Thanksgiving Monday. I hope you have your coffee, your pumpkin spice latte, your hot tea ready for this one this morning, folks. Because look, I know Thanksgiving is supposed to be a time of gratitude for us all. But this government, led by Mark Carney and the so called liberal administration, well, just before Thanksgiving, they just dropped what they think is a Thanksgiving gift to us. But automatic tax filing for low income Canadians? I swear to you, this is one of the most tone deaf, manipulative, control hungry, superficial announcements I've seen in recent Canadian politics. So strap in this morning, Canada, because we're peeling this onion, this potato, whatever you want to call it, from the inside out. Let's go.
Welcome to Bakes on Things.
Good morning and welcome back to Bakes on Things this Thanksgiving Monday. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. This will be the only episode today, the first sip, because we aren't going to do a last word when you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table with your families. That's what you should focus on, and certainly not politics, especially since we all know how political discussion goes around family tables. So let's just let Thanksgiving be Thanksgiving this afternoon. We won't do a second episode today, and we'll return to 2 episodes tomorrow. Okay. The optics here are vapid. Okay. They're selling a helpful government narrative. But here's the thing. First off, announcing this a couple of days before Canadian Thanksgiving is, well, pure theatrics. Hey, we care about your finances. We'll file your taxes for you. Be thankful, Canada. Well, that's not really governance. That's just another photo op from the Mark Carney government. It's the politics of appearing benevolent without doing the messy work of actually improving the lives of Canadians in any sort of meaningful ways. Okay, the lowest tax bracket's going to have their taxes filed for them. They want you to believe that somehow this is solving poverty, tackling inequality, or streamlining bureaucracy. But beneath that veneer lies a government that's still far overextending where they should be, overreaching on you and treating Canadians as passive recipients of provincial largesse. A government of all optics, but no actual guts. There's literally nothing actually happening here from this announcement. And again, it's all things in the future, like filing your taxes. This is the liberal way, as we talked about on Friday. And the consultation around all of this, yeah, that was garbage. Here's the thing. They launched an online consultation for Canadians about this, asked Canadians for input about this. Then, when the window closed, which was just before the announcement, Carney comes out hours later and unveils a plan that was already fully baked in the oven in the first place. Anyone who believes the bureaucrats actually spent the night overnight reading your feedback and digesting thousands of thoughtful submissions from Canadians before scripting Carney's speech is living in a political fairy tale. But that's how our liberals live. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation's already commented on this, and they're right. It was a total, utter sham. They invited public participation, but clearly had already decided on everything. And that's not listening to you. That's just tokenism. That's legitimizing your agenda via a veil of democratic process. It's cynical. It's sleight of hand. And Canadians should be furious and not fooled by this. Enough is enough from this liberal government. Again, it's another future announcement of something coming down the road, nothing being implemented today. And then there's this concentration of power, which is a danger because it's the danger of tax collector filing your taxes. Think about this, okay? This is where it gets really dark because the CRA isn't just another government service. It is the enforcement arm, the tax collector, the regulator, and now the filer? Are you kidding me? They want the power to compute your entire file, infer your benefits for you, decide your credits, and pull all of your strings. That's a dangerous consolidation of authority you don't usually see in democracy. So let's be real. The CRA already struggles with their own platform. They've cut staff, they've bungled service, calls go unanswered, agents give conflicting or incorrect advice. The system is choked, and you're going to add to this? How in the world do you think giving them more domain over Canadians' personal data and financial affairs is going to somehow lead to better outcomes in this country? It most certainly and finally and point final and whatever else he says is not. Putting taxes in the hands of the tax man is like asking the wolf to guard the henhouse, or as one critic put it, trusting your dog to protect your burger. It's a serious conflict of interest. It burdens citizens with opacity while shifting the burden of proof onto you. If the government miscalculates, corrects, or omits something, guess who has to scramble to pay back the money? The taxpayer, not them. They screw up your taxes, you pay. How is that going to be fair? And how is that going to help our lowest income Canadians? Let's not be fooled here, Canada, because the foolers are trying to fool you again. While Carney is handing out optics, this government isn't tackling the structural crisis we're going through right now. We still have affordability crashes, unaffordable housing, failing healthcare, crumbling infrastructure, intergovernmental dysfunction, energy instability, debt spirals, and a global economy that's already harsh as it is. Automatic tax filing is not a silver bullet for any of these problems. It's not going to fix inflation. It won't reduce interest rates. It won't create good jobs. It won't expand supply chains. It's a superficial tweak and a symbolic gesture at best. The real problems demand bold reform, not gimmicks like this. If they wanted real impact, they'd simplify the tax code, reduce compliance burdens for all, slash red tape, and reform regulatory regimes that suffocate our businesses right now. You know those businesses that are all heading south? Yeah, a little more important. But no, they choose to tinker around the margins, announcing half measures dressed as caring leadership. This is a very scary time for Canada, because no matter how much we seem to say it, push it, or prove it, this government doesn't change. And there's a broader pattern, a creeping state pattern going on here with hollowed accountability for the Liberal government. What we're seeing is an incremental drift toward a more intrusive bureaucratic state. A state, that tracks you, calculates your every move, nudges, infantilizes. It's a subtle surrender of citizen autonomy. And let's not forget, this government has already flip-flopped on major issues. They scrapped their proposed capital gains hike under pressure. They reversed the digital services tax, seemingly under threat from the U.S. administration. That shows how little backbone actually exists in this country and with this Liberal government when push comes to shove. So read between the lines. This government believes that it knows best. It wants to centralize more to reduce friction for itself while expanding its claim to managing every aspect of Canadians' lives. Do you really want an inept government to manage your life, including your taxes? Because this government is beyond inept. At this point, they should never have been elected in the first place. And I'm not just talking this term, I'm talking the last 3 or 4. So here's the truth. Automatic tax filing is not generosity on the part of this government. It's total public relations at most. And it's control, it's complacency. It's a distraction while the country slides deeper into financial instability while core institutions rot from neglect. Mark Carney and his Liberal government are not rescuing Canada. They are hollowing it out behind a smiley press release. So if you ask me, Canadians deserve a lot better this Thanksgiving. They deserve a government that fights for real change, not flogs photo ops or doesn't centralize power, not fiddles around the edges of everything they talk about. If this is the direction we're heading, then buckle up, because the erosion has only just begun. So go ahead, click the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to comment on all of this down below when you have some time. But more than that, wake up, make noise, hold them to account, because this autofile stunt is not the saving grace that they play it out to be. It's actually a warning sign. Happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Thanks for watching the first sip this Thanksgiving Monday. Thanks for giving me some of your time on your holiday with your family. Again, like I said at the beginning, no final word or no last word this afternoon, because I hope you will be around the table with your family celebrating Thanksgiving and, of course, watching Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. So you don't need me in your way. Thanks for watching this one. Like, subscribe, and of course, comment down below. Give your thoughts on all of this. Was this a meaningless nothing burger as usual? I think we all know the answer, but I want to hear from you. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on The First Sip, Tuesday morning. Have a great Thanksgiving.